Man. I cannot believe. Again, if y'all knew how much I'm paying for this damn thing, this streaming service, y'all would be pissed at me. Y'all would be pissed too. Yep. I'm gonna play this real quick. Uh, for the people that maybe wasn't here at the live stream earlier, put a one in the chat if you can hear this. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this thing, and I'm gonna play this for this young lady to talk about.
I got a question. Why do men be scared to make the first move?
Thank you.
This is a new thing for me.
So, a lot of these young women are struggling to come to terms with the fact that that men are staying away from some of these women. Men do not want to deal with some of these women's out here, okay? I'm gonna tell you, there might listen and look, Tajay earlier said that she fine. And she might be. She might even be cute in the face. Hear me out. For us that know better, for dudes that really know better, we might look at her and be like, not my type, not my thing, not my deal. But let's be real about something. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Okay? This not necessarily wasn't my type when I was younger. But if this chick would have talked to me, I might have spoke to her. I don't know what she looked like, around the other parts, but I'm saying, yo, somebody was giving me attention. I wanted to give them attention back. But now we're at a different time. A lot of dudes are just like, yo, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight with the 304 culture, right? Dudes aren't making, one of the reasons that dudes aren't making moves is because women continuously promote this 304 culture and dudes aren't buying into it. Again, the pendulum is swung. As women, are more and more promiscuous, guess what's going to happen? Guys are going to be more conservative. Guys are going to be more like, I don't want to see that. Guys are going to be more like, that's not what I want in a woman. That's what's going to happen. That is part of it. Now, before we get into the topic, I told y'all we need to talk about some nuance real quick. As a younger man, yes, I wanted to know that I could hook up with some women. I wanted to know that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I told y'all know me. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But it was like, it was a challenge. It was a challenge. The most respectable women were going to tell you no. It wasn't like you were going to go up to a woman and be like, "Yo, I want to lay down with you." No, it was a dance. It was a game. And even sometimes in that dance and that game, you ended up having a girlfriend at some because you didn't know you was gonna like the chick the way you did. You didn't know that she was gonna rock your world the way she did. You didn't know. This was all a part of the mystery. Let me tell you something. As y'all know, my team is the New Orleans Saints. Everybody's like, oh, y'all going to suck this year. Y'all going to be bad this year. So what? You've been telling me I've been dealing with all of this old roster, these old aging veterans, and all this stuff. We suck because we got an aging roster, and we need to get better. And so now we done upgraded, got a younger roster, got rid of our old ass quarterback. The team is essentially damn near new, other than a few veterans. It's a new team, new coach, all that stuff. I'm using the Saints to tell you to say, yes, we don't know what's going to happen, but that's what's exciting about it. That's what's exciting. We got all this new stuff. The Saints ain't been a new team in forever. And it was exciting. It's exciting to know that we're going to go into next season with a quarterback competition, running back, a young new running back who might be really good. We got a new offensive line. Like, we got all these pieces and parts that makes us excited. And that's what dating, for my young dudes watching, that's what dating was like back in the day. It was exciting because you didn't know what to expect. You was excited to go out. You was excited to go talk to these women. And there is nothing exciting about going out anymore. I'm telling you, even the little people watching me and my woman do isn't as exciting as it used to be. People don't dance no more. There's nothing, people don't do shit. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Did that analogy kind of resonate a little bit? Right? That's what we're seeing right now. It's too easy. I'm not saying it's too easy. It's not easy for every guy. Don't get me wrong. But for the guys who it's easy for, it's very easy. For the guys who's easy for, it's easy. It's easier than it used to be back in the day. You know, like you have to wait so many dates. You have to do this. You have to do all this. If you're the right guy, you ain't got to wait for nothing. You could go in the car, okay? You could have you a car. You could have you a car venture, okay? I'm going to catch a few of these comments. They know damn well why. Teddy B, thank you very much. Preston, because you literally told men to leave you alone and don't approach you anymore, and you don't need no man, but you want the man's money. Yep, we back. We back, the champ. She looks like she graduated from school of ain't no good coming out of this shit. She looks like the apocalypse. Yeah. My girl look like trouble. Man, I can't read that, Preston, but I'll put it up on the screen. Yep, hit the like button, you guys. Let everybody know that we back, that we're here. Sorry about that mess up. I don't know what's going on, but I probably need the right StreamYard because I am definitely paying too much money for this shit to happen. Teddy says, I work security at a nightclub now. This generation, the dudes just stand around and the females dance with each other. That's something I noticed too. You might have one dude pop in, but that's either their friend or you know what the other type of dude it is, right? You know what the other type of dude it is that be dancing amongst the females. But other than that, yeah, nobody doing nothing on. Nobody dance. The music isn't even conducive to dancing because I like to dance at the music, right? But I ain't been or heard nothing. The DJs don't hold. If they got a song, they got people dancing. Why wouldn't you just keep that song going or play more like it? Keep people on the dance floor. See, that's a whole nother discussion. Let's go to the next clip.
I'm also a stripper.
Now, what if... All right, well, Nucci, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys.
Thank you, guys.
So that was a really quick clip. If y'all didn't hear the beginning, I'll play it again because it was really quick.
I'm also a stripper.
Now, what if... All right, well, Nucci, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Now, listen, I want you to think about something. I want y'all to think about something. Every dude popped that balloon when she said what her profession was. And listen, don't get me wrong. Look, she thick with it, okay? She is thick with it. That would be a fun time, okay? There'd be a lot there to have fun with, okay? But think about it. Dudes don't want that trouble. They don't want the troubles. They know what the troubles are. So when a woman says, why aren't men making the first move? Men are starting to wise up now. Yo, I know what you do. I know what your life is like. We talk about me talking about my the friends that I've had that have been, scrippers. Okay. The reason why I can tell y'all about it, like I can tell you, I knew this long time ago. So I never wanted to deal with it. Because when they talk to you and tell you their story, you're like, oh my God. Like, it's one thing to be with a woman and find out later she got problems, but to hear the problems get told to you in your face and then sign up for that, you got some trauma. You as a man got some trauma, and you got some stuff wrong with you. You need to go and fix that. Okay? Nobody signs up for that. Right? Just think technology and uncut soul capitalism bought by lost souls. Yep. Who am I to judge another person's happiness? Enjoy life, let others do the same. Generally, yes. Generally, yes. I agree. But at the same time, when we're talking about the state of dating and relationships and how we interact with other people, damn well sure should judge. I told you we need to bring shame back in 2025, and we sure the hell doing that. Ain't nobody want to deal with this right here. This is a walking problem. Okay? Women are so loose these days that men don't look up for their thirst trapping. Yeah, that's right. The dudes popped the balloon easily. Like they didn't even think twice. And listen, she's not bad looking right there. I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen. She's not bad looking. But everybody know what comes along with this. Ladies, when you flexing hard, see, that's why like y'all are like play like you don't want a guy to think that you're not virtuous, but you still a 304. Hear what I'm trying to say? You want to play games with the good men because you don't want them to think something of you that you ain't. But you don't do that with the bad dudes. You don't do that with the thugs. You don't do that with the guys you know ain't right for you. You let them know straight up what type of woman you is. Why you do that? Because you don't want to be perceived a certain way. You want to be judged a certain way. You know? I'll be honest, I can respect women that straight up say what they is. I know to do not deal with them. But at the same time, those women who are straight up about who they are, if they really real, they're really about it, they're willing to take the consequences of telling you who they are. I'm proud of them men. So am I too. Thick as a zoo gland. Yeah, she thick with it. That's literally a sandwich just waiting to happen. Yeah, man. She had the walk of shame instead of learning from it. She's going to blame the guys for missing out on something as if she's damn worth it. Yep. I think that's going to happen too. But you know what though? Listen, just listen. She might want to blame people later, but she was graceful. Check this out.
That is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys.
Thank you, guys.
She wasn't nasty with it. Like they got some women that like when that happens to them, they sit up there and they're like, "Oh my God, what you talking about? Why you know what you mean? Blah 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 blah." Right? Like when a dude give valid criticism, they can't take it. She was graceful, but you know why? Let me tell you something. You want to know about the strippers? Some strippers are able to take it gracefully because they're used to rejection. Right? You walk in a room full of women who do the same thing. And they might look at you and like, yo, I want to talk to you, but you looking like, I don't want you. I want that one. Like this one here, this thick, but I want the slim, fine one. I want the slim one, not the thick. I want the slim, fine one. They get rejected all the time. They get men saying, I'm good. And then 5 minutes later, the girl they know right there next to them, she got him instead. So it don't surprise me that she's gracefully able to do that, walk away. Put the trash in the garbage where it belongs. Back in the day, there used to be something taboo or mystery about strippers that reeled men in. Today, there's nothing left to the imagination with women. You know what, King? That is a very spot-on statement. Very spot on. It is hard now to tell the difference between regular women and strippers. It is hard to tell the difference because they dress the same. Listen, there is no difference between there's no difference between, let me get this off the screen. There's no difference between the way this woman came out and how regular women dress. There's no difference. I can't tell the difference. I don't know if this is a woman going out to the club or is this woman a stripper. It's the same clothing. It's the same stuff. It's the same look. It's the same attitude. Actually, in some cases, I give the strippers more credit than I do regular women, because regular women put on a front. Regular women try to be something that they're not. At least the strippers know who they are. At least the strippers know who they is. Does that make sense? At least they like, yo, this is something that they've been doing. They know the game. They're usually upfront and real. They don't deal with everybody, right? Because they're used to dudes tricking for them. So when you don't treat them that way, they have a different level of respect. They talk to you differently. Anyway, there's all the stuff that I'm gonna put in my members only chat. Okay. But King, you're absolutely right. There was an allure to it. All right, let's get to the next video. Oh, actually, I'm gonna catch a few of these comments. President says there's literally a walking disease sandwich just waiting to happen. Yeah, right. Virtuous my half black. Ain't nobody missing out. No, thank you, Justin, for being here. Get off the stage, lady. Yeah. Who wants a woman who handles more weenies than a hot dog stand? God dang. Adam, when did you jump off the top turnbuckle, bro? The only thing worse than the delusional people are the ones who smoking it. All right, let's get to the next one. Y'all. Now, this was going to be a really quick clip. And in and of itself, it's not going to make sense, but I'm going to make sense of it once we listen to it. Here we go. It's going to be real quick.
Spend about like probably 10K a week. So like
10K a week?
Yeah, like because you gotta think everything adds up. I did not realize I spent like $5,000 on DoorDash within like a couple days. I did not know. You gotta realize how much.
So now this was talking about the cap. Like, ain't no woman spent $5,000 on DoorDash and as skinny as she is. There's no way. Listen, I eat a lot of food. I eat out a lot. And my eat out bill, listen, right? I am 276 pounds. So I've lost a little weight. I'm no longer in the 280s anymore. 276, right? I eat out all the time. I cook a little bit here and there, but I eat out a lot. And my DoorDash bill wouldn't be $5,000. So these women is capping. But I put this clip in here because you see how, like, in their mind and how normal women, I can say normal women, I don't even call this normal women, it's 304s, right? It's 304 mindset. To sit there and cap and talk about you spending all this money. I got 5G, I'm getting 5G's worth of food. See what I'm saying? All women talk about now is money. That's why I put that clip there. Yeah, right. It don't make no sense. Is she feeding bacteria in her stomach or the whole foot? Right. Ain't nobody spending that much. It's sad watching people using the present to destroy their future. Absolutely. Absolutely. So listen, with that being said, right? So you got these women lying and capping about spending $5,000 on DoorDash and all this money they're getting. Y'all seen my video about how these hood houses look. That's where these women are living at, right? A lot of these women talking capping, living in a hood in a dirty ass house with a bunch of kids, roaches running around. Everything I've showed y'all in those videos, that's what's really happening. But guess who they listen to? Guess who they listen to? They listen to shit like this.
Broke women are never broke. Tomorrow we can be rich. All we got to do is go talk to some old man, and tomorrow we could be at the dealership driving off in a nice car. Next week we could be moving into our new mansion. Okay, women are never poor. Only men are broke. Y'all will struggle for years, and all we got to do is meet some dude that likes us a lot more than we like them. That's literally it. Okay,
Sprinkle.
I promise you.
Sprinkle.
Overnight success.
You know how sad it is to be an older woman online telling these women, spreading its poison to tell women to go ahead and be 304s. It's women like the sprinkle lady that got all these, like, I'm not saying it's just her. Social media, channels like hers. When I have a channel that puts out things that are trying to help people, even help women, spread positivity, talk about things that need to get talked about. When I do that, my channel gets banned, shadow banned. My videos can't even get over 10K. My channels get taken away, right? When I talk about things that need to get talked about, that stuff gets taken away. But women like this can spread this poison to our people, and they're going to eat that shit up. I can sit here and make controversial statements all day long and do it just for the money. But listen, there is a level of work that goes into this. Think about all the videos that I put out this week, okay? Think about all the things that I've done this week so far and what I'm going to do, right? The hours that I put into this. This is a job. This is my full-time job. I take this shit serious, man. But I try to make a good product, and a product that I can look back on and I'm going to be proud of. The shit that Sprinkle Lady is saying, if in 20 more years, if you proud of putting out that message, that should tell you everything about the message, about who you are as a person, how devoid. And that's the problem, ladies. The 304 culture, this promoting of the 304 culture by these type of women, is only leaving y'all single, lonely, childless, defiant, because you're like, oh, I had a chick say, well, I'm single, I'm by myself, and I'm fine, I'm just fine. Absolutely, you're just fine. I've told y'all this. After you've been lonely and alone for long enough, it feels okay, but it don't feel right. It ain't right. And y'all listen to shit like this. Yo, now I told y'all earlier I was gonna put in an extra clip. Okay, this problem, it was our boss. I think our boss put in there about the OnlyFans clip. Am I correct? Our boss, was that you? They talked about how like the script clubs is OF now. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's get to the next clip. I'm gonna show y'all. It's crazy. It ain't just us, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you, Merle. When I told y'all older dudes are the ones that's in the club tricking, that they these younger girls, and then this old ass biddy right here. Look, this old ass biddy telling girls you can come up. King, okay. All right. My bad, our boss. One of y'all said it. Here's the clip I'm talking about.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Rick.
And how much have you spent on my OF?
I've spent $30,000. I maxed out one of my credit cards on you.
You're going into debt for me?
I'll do anything for
You're a good boy.
I have more clips to show y'all like that in the video I'm going to tell y'all about, because there's a different topic that I want to discuss with this. I put that in here because 304 culture, man. Let me get her face up on the screen. Tajay. No, Tajay, you stopped the live stream before me up here trying to put the banana in the tailpipe clip. No, stop it. Stop it. She is not fine. Nah, good boy is crazy. Yeah, bro. Listen. I my simp videos aren't doing as well anymore, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, simping again, I've said this many times, simping is one of the biggest causes of the problems that we have right now. And the other one is what we're talking about tonight, 304 culture. You have the sprinkle lady telling women, be 304s, be proud of it, get up. It's all about money. These people have nothing in their soul, bro, nothing. And you got women getting rich overnight over dumb shit, bro. You got women getting rich overnight over stupid stuff. I'm not going to even say all the stuff. It ain't even just got to deal with dating relationships. You got women getting rich over doing dumb stuff. And people are paying it. So stop. I don't expect the gents to be a part of this, but we got to stop simping for these women, bro. You got to, hey, it is better to be by yourself than to succumb to this. And I get it. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this here in the upcoming video that I told you all about. Because really, it's about these dudes. It's about older men. We need to talk about these things. I honestly understand. Again, I don't want to talk about that now because that's a whole nother subject. We will talk about that soon. Okay? The easy money comes, the quicker it goes away. Yep. Do you realize how much pay that is in Thailand for 30 USD? That is if you choose that path. Adam, listen, I agree with you. He gives her 30,000 just for her to say some nice things online. And for 30 grand, he could easily live in Thailand for a few years. Well, maybe 2.5 years off of 30 grand. It's insane. What if she was 19? As long as she's legal, I don't think it really matters what her age is. Well, we're going to talk about all that in the upcoming video, so make sure y'all come along for that one. All right, let's get to the next video clip. All right, let's get to the next one. Now, this next video clip, let me put myself back up on screen here. I put this next video clip in here because this is a woman who does things. She is a professional 304. But it's not just that she's a professional 304. It's you got to listen to it. We're going to talk about the other side. This is some crazy stuff. It's a mindset with these women.
A kid, and I can't do this. Like, I'm not getting help from no government assistance. I don't get help from the kid's dad. He's in jail, being a getting in the ass, and it's just like,
wait, what? What did I just hear? How did I miss that? How did I miss that when I watched the little bit of this clip I saw? She's not done. She has more to tell us.
bro, I gotta do this shit all by myself. I know I'm brain smart, but like my mouth works better. So it's just like, so I made me a little Twitter. It wasn't enough. So I started traveling.
So wait, you travel all over the country doing this? You're not just in New York?
No, I go state to state. I get flew out.
So you fly around the world selling?
Yes.
Wow. So
it's called road running.
So you're a worldwide.
Yes. International.
You don't see yourself ever get into a different career?
I see myself the right and making it out.
Yo, I had to stop right there. Yo, I want y'all to remember that. She sees herself getting somebody the right head there, and she's going to just blow up. Remember the clip that I showed y'all with Sprinkle Lady? You see that? You see this mindset? An older woman is saying it, and now younger women are repeating it. But I'm going to continue.
What about you?
Our movement right now is to get people off the streets, help them get a job.
Where are you going to give me a job at? Where am I going to work? A massage parlor?
Nah,
Giving jobs in the back for fake 50. I'm cool. Like, I'm not, no. You can't save me. I don't even want to be saved.
So your tricks pay your hotel?
Basically, they pay for my whole lifestyle. I go out, stand on the corner, get 1 or 2 tricks, and then I'll go get my room for the night. Usually, I like to keep my hotels closed. I can easily just walk out the door and make my money and go run back in if I see the cops.
Yo, who paying for that, bro? Who is paying for this? Who is paying for this? It's got to be like the dude in the last one or something. The one that's somebody fetishizing over this woman. Who pays for this? Right, King. Who the F is flying this chick anywhere? Tajay, this generation is cooked. Uh-oh. Topic, how to spot the red flags in a relationship. Actually, you know what? I haven't done a relationship video in a while. That's a good one. How to spot red flags in relationships. You know what's funny? Every time I do relationship video titles, they never do well. I don't know why. They never do. So I stopped doing them. F off and go ask the bear for all I care. She called renting a room having a lifestyle. She said something about having kids. I'm not tripping, am I? Listen.
A kid, and I just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not getting help from no government assistance. I don't get help from the kid's dad. He's in jail being a getting in the ass, and it's just like, bro, I gotta do this shit all by myself. I know.
So, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. She said so much. Whoever, look, y'all think my editing be on point. Whoever edited this shit, they edited all that interview down to like seconds, bro. Shout out to Shalik, man. He said Sims pay for her, bro. Like, say that for the cheap seats. You definitely can't fix something that's already broken. Right, I agree with that. She might as well tie a mattress to her back while walking the streets. Who is paying for this travesty covered in cluster effery? Absolutely nobody. Our boss says she a hot mess. Oh shit, man. Oh, just give me a second, y'all. I just need a second. I'm laughing at y'all comments in my head, bro. Oh my God. Insane. So, where do we start? So the first thing she talked about was having kids. It was a messed up dude. He went to jail. This dude is whatever. This is why we talk about on this channel, particularly and especially how women choose men. Oh, I ain't getting no help from the government. Let's be real about something. Technically, the government ain't supposed to be helping you when you have kids. Like, let's listen to that again. I just want y'all to understand something.
A kid, and I just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not getting help from no government assistance. I don't get help from the kid's dad.
Right there. I'm not getting help from government assistance. Do you see, ladies, if you don't pick the right dude and you don't have your ducks in a row and you start relying on government assistance, do you see how, like, let me just school y'all on something. Government assistance is why we don't have men in the house. Government assistance is why we don't have men doing what the hell they're supposed to do. Government assistance replaced men having to be there. And the obligation of the women being responsible for who they lay down with. Having some level of shame. Like, she just talking about, hey, he ain't no good dude. You knew he wasn't a good dude when you laid down with him. Make sure y'all go check out my previous videos talking about this exact same thing. That's why I picked tonight's topic. Let's continue.
He's in jail, being a getting in the ass, and it's just like, bro, I gotta do this shit all by myself. I know I'm brain smart, but like my mouth works better.
I swear, every time I think, oh, all right. What happened to all these? We get degrees. We smarter. Why aren't the women who got all these degrees and the PhDs? I'm a PhD. All these women who so smart, who's supposed to be doing so much better than men. How come y'all not standing up to this? How come I've never seen not one bit of y'all online denouncing this? How come I've never seen none of you PhDs or smart-ass women online saying that this is wrong? Denouncing this 304 behavior. You know why? Because some of y'all with them so-called quote-unquote degrees, y'all just a 304 with a degree. That's it. You're just a 304 with a degree. You're a 304 with a piece of paper that make you think that you're better than the dudes that you don't want to talk to. Let's continue.
It's just like, so I made me a little Twitter. It wasn't enough. So I started traveling.
So wait, you travel all over the country doing this? You're not just in New York?
No, I go state to state. I get flew out.
So you fly around the world just selling?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody paying for that around the world. And if they is, they pretty much telling her to open her mouth while they take a crap in it. That's pretty much the only places that's flying her out. She'd have been to one place, got dookied on, maybe a little golden shower there, and now she done been flued out. Come on, bro. Let's continue.
So
It's called road running.
So you're a
I don't know
worldwide.
what it's called.
Yes, international.
You don't see yourself ever get into a different
I
career?
see myself the right and making it out. But
Right there. Right there. That is exactly what. Matter of fact, let's go back to the tape. Let's go back to the tape, y'all. Let's go back to the tape.
Broke women are never broke. Tomorrow we can be rich. All we got to do is go talk to some old man, and tomorrow we could be at the dealership driving off in a nice car. Next week we could be moving into our new mansion. Okay, women are never poor. Only men are broke. Like y'all will struggle for years, and all we got to do is meet some dude that likes us a lot more than we like them. That's literally it. Okay, I promise you. Overnight success.
Overnight success. She's not wrong. She is not wrong. There is a chance, but the statistics are so small, and every woman thinks they have that golden lottery ticket of a coochie. But let's go back. Let's go back to this young lady, because we're going to dissect this thing. I might take this segment here and make it his own video. It might need to be its own video. Seriously.
You don't see yourself ever get into a different
I
career?
see myself the right and making it out.
There you go. Think about that mindset for my ladies watching. Think about that mindset. It might be true. You could literally Glock 3000. The right pocket rocket and get yourself flued out and done all kind of things. Absolutely could happen. But every one of you women who are 304 culture think you can do that. Every one of you guys. Oh yeah, the right man will take your cooch from you. Men with money will take that cooch free if they can get it. Because it's dirty, coochie. It's dirty. It's dirty. Oh, yeah. There's a bit of turn on in it. Oh, there's a little bit of turn on for some dudes. But that dirty cooch. But guess what you will never be? Not the one. Not for a real man. Some of these simps. There's a lot of simps. So, There's a lot of simps, but there's not enough for every one of you 304s. There's not enough. But let us continue.
What about you?
Our movement right now is to get people off the streets, help them get a job.
Where are you gonna give me a job at? Where am I gonna work? A massage parlor?
Nah, not-
Giving jobs in the back for fake 50? I'm cool. Like, I'm not, no. You can't save me.
You cannot save this woman. Nikki, the 304 of Babylon. You cannot save these women. You can lay hands on these women, but it won't save them. You can try to rebuke that spirit out of their soul. But you can't save them. You can touch them, but you can't save them. You can lay hands. You can give them a word. You can give them a job. But you can't save them. You can try to do all these things. And the modern woman does not give a damn. She does not care. She is not trying to be redeemed. I want y'all to think about that. This isn't the first time on this channel that I've played a clip where the woman said, I'm not trying to be saved. This ain't the first clip. I've put out hundreds and hundreds of videos. I've made thousands of videos. This isn't the first time I've ever heard that. And I've seen tens of thousands of videos. For every video you've seen, I've have dozens and dozens and dozens of more clips that you don't see. They're not trying to be saved. That's why men are done, because we're not trying to save your lives. Like, all right, cool. Be a 304. Well, can't turn on monetization for this weekend. Oh, Sean. Yeah. Can't save them. They don't want to be saved. Listen, this is the sad part about simping. I've been there. That put my hand up to you. I've been there. Where you were with a woman and part of your brain as a man is like, I can save her, I can help her. Even if it's somewhere in your subconscious. But you want to help this person. You want to help this woman. You want to be the save the damsel in distress, because it's all been programmed in our goddamn head. And you ain't saving a damsel in distress. You're saving a 304. The rules are completely different. Throw that shit out. The damsel in distress. These aren't damsels. These are the trolls underneath the bridge. These are the evil steps moms and the wicked queens in the castle. You're not saving no damn body. You saving a 304. It's completely different. The rules are out the window. Cooked. Absolutely cooked. Let's continue. We got 15 more seconds.
I don't even want to be saved.
So your tricks pay your hotel?
Basically, they pay for my whole lifestyle. I go out, stand on the corner, get 1 or 2 tricks, and then I'll go get my room for the night. Usually, I like to keep my hotels closed. I can easily just walk out the door and make my money and go run back in if I see the cops.
They don't want to be saved. Captain Saver 304 era died in the 90s. Bro, King, thank you, King. Who was that? E40? Who wrote that? Captain Saver 304? Wait, oh, bro, that video is funny. Where the dude go into the phone booth. For all my older folk, phone booth, okay? And he do a little spin, he come out and he Captain Saver 304. Bro, who was it? E40? Who sang that? Been there, done that. They still 304. Donald's, what you want, a decent, decadent society keep getting worse? Yeah, right? These girls understand lot in life, they know they have very little to contribute. Yeah, absolutely they do. Press says you downright told the truth is all. It's just too bad that nobody wants to say that Walker Paulo worthless garbage just baggage. Oh, that's a good one, just baggage. Young Hazmat laughing. She breaking all the rules of the 304 handbook, telling all the plays, right? Adam says, you cannot help someone willing to change to make the changes for the better. Absolutely not. Dennis the Menace. Half of these chicks don't get the guy they want. They usually end up with guys. Sad really. Yeah. Shout out to Tyrone, man. Money does not keep a woman happy. Everything we do for them, they're never satisfied. Yep. The thing about it is, Tyrone, and we gotta be real about something. And women need to be real about something. The things that actually make women happy, modern women today have convinced themselves that those things don't make them happy anymore. They have found dissatisfaction in the things that make them actually happy. Now, there are things psychologically that all humans need to feel and experience to be happy. But in modern Western culture, those things have been seared in the brains of modern Western women. And here's the thing about it. The things that are seared in their brain, they are going against their own biology, because part of what makes them happy is in their DNA, is in their biology. Yet women have told and tell other women that those things don't make them happy. The happiest women in this world are the ones who are doing those things. Oh my God, if y'all just know the videos that I have on tap and have on slate coming up in the next upcoming days and weeks, it might even take that long. If y'all notice, I'm putting out video. If there ain't no live stream, I'm putting out a video, okay? YouTube, I believe, is shadow banning me. So I am now just like, you know what? Caution to the wind. I'm just putting out videos. Whenever I got time to make a video, I'm putting out a video. I used to say, all right, I put 1 or 2 a week, and I can't do that no more. And in each of those videos, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And the things that we're talking about tonight, all in those videos. Just got to pay attention. Each of them are feeding on each other. Common theme. Working on yourself creates better opportunities. Absolutely. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. The big strippers is too big. Without the spandex, you will see the difference. I agree. Let's get to the next video. I'm going to take a sip real quick before I start to explain what we're about to see next. We'll take a sip real quick. Real quick. Why did I do that? Think about all the videos I just played for you guys, okay? About what the women, who they are, what they saying, what they expect, all these things. And somehow, in one of these women's brains, she's an older woman. I would have put her in the video with the older women, but I saved it. I saved it for this topic. I'm just going to play it because this is goddamn delusional. Now, I'm going to say, imagine this young lady 10 to 15 years later. Let's call it 12 years later. Okay? Let's call it 12 years later. After she done been ran through all that stuff. Check this out.
This woman has a public service announcement for the men. So y'all check it out. We'll come back and talk about it.
For the niggas who always be saying that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, yes, you can. Because I used to be a hoe. But I ain't no hoe no more. So you can turn a hoe into a housewife when she gets tired. When she gets tired of random niggas. Yes, you can.
And there you have it, fellas. So all you men out there looking for a good quality woman to wife up, just know you have some options out there. Now, you may have to wait till she's been tossed around like a throw pillow, but just know you can find you a good quality woman. That girl you see out there dating a bunch of men, sleeping with a bunch of men, jumping in and out of cars like she's the valet attendant, just know that one day she'll be primed and ready to be a wife to a good man once she's done being kicked around like a soccer ball. And people can change, so you never know. But for those men out there who are willing to, roll a dice or gamble on a woman like this, I just want to tell you about a couple of things that you might not be thinking about. Number one, when a woman has been dunked more than an NBA basketball, you will most likely never be enough for her. So you have to understand all those other men are embedded in that woman. So even though you're doing your best, she will always be comparing those men to you. Another thing you want to think about is in most situations, it's not all the way out of their system. Yeah, she's done with it for now, but one day that itch may come back and she may need to scratch it. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure, but there's a good chance those streets will be calling her like a bill collector and she's going to want to answer the phone. Also, you're going to have to fight the demons of those men. So for all the bad stuff those men did, in a lot of those situations, they're going to take it out on you. If she's dealt with cheaters and liars and whatever her whole life, all of that's going to fall on your lap. So there's a good chance she won't trust you. Everything you say to her, she would think you're trying to gaslight her or manipulate her. She will always think you're up to something because that's all she's ever dealt with. And because of that, you don't even have to actually cheat on this woman for her to go out and cheat back on you. Because in her head, you cheated because every other dude cheated. So now she's out getting payback for something you never did. And on top of that, you're probably going to have to deal with a bunch of kids, diseases, and every other thing that comes with a woman sleeping around with a bunch of men. So for the men out there who want to do it, have at it, enjoy it, but just understand those things come with it. Me personally, I'd rather meet a housewife and then turn her into a housewife. But that's just me. Leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.
I don't know who the dude was behind that. Good clip. I don't have to say a lot, but I'll say this. It was a huge red flag on the play for this woman to sit here and think we're supposed to fall for the fact that you can turn a 304 into a housewife. Is that what she said?
Always be saying that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. Yes, you can.
I would expect nothing less than a 304 to argue the fact that she can be a housewife. I would expect nothing less. Because she wants to rewrite her history. And you can't rewrite that history. Now, I had a clip after this, but I realized the next clip that I had after this doesn't serve this clip the best. The clip that I have after this, the next clip, is the one that's going to prove what old boy was saying. Hear me out. Stick with me. We almost to the end of this. We almost to the last few clips. Stick with me. Rock with your boy. I'm going to play that other clip first. Now, this clip, the next clip I'm going to play is from a married woman. So you can't turn a 304. She's saying that you can turn a 304 into a housewife. But old boy in the video made a great point. And this woman is going to confirm it. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. We're going to talk about it on the other side. Check this out.
The reason why I knew I needed to get a divorce was because I have a crystal clear memory of me having with my husband and thinking about this other guy and me knowing in that moment I have to divorce him because if I don't get out of this marriage, I'm going to cheat on him. I'm going to try to find this. And I know that's really up, but I didn't want to be
No,
a
it's
cheater.
not. It's not. It's happened to me too.
Oh, so once women have been with a whole bunch of men, they can't stop thinking about the best of those men or the men who had them the most excited. So if they get with you and you a boring ass dude, let me put myself back up on screen because I need that excitement. I need y'all to have this excitement in your life. Listen, if you a dude a good man, or even just a decent dude, just average run-of-the-mill dude, and she done been with a lot of other dudes, you cannot compete with those dudes. Those dudes are always going to be in her head. The ones, her best lover, the one that treated her the best, the one that made her tangle. The man that makes a woman tangle, that psychologically has that woman more than your ass will as her husband. I'm not lying to you. You can always get back in that head again. You can always, if you rock somebody's world the right way, you can always get back in their head again. So if you're the dude that's settling for the old retired 304, or the woman who's, I had all these dudes, but no one's ever treated me right. Like, she chose that. This is why y'all hear me continuously say on the channel. Why do y'all choose this, ladies? Y'all keep choosing the same type of dudes that can't get over it. They keep choosing it because you hate how it does to me, but I like how it makes me feel. I'm in love with how I feel. Let's get back to that again. How I feel. Oh, okay. They can make the choice to say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this for a while. But they always going to remember how they feel about it. And ladies, this is the reason why men, this is not a, men want to talk to younger women because they want to manipulate them. No, we want a woman who don't have a bunch of fucking baggage, who we don't have to go through this bag of tricks and of all the people that she didn't been with, dealing with the history she didn't dealt with. That shit is in your DNA. You just want to manipulate. No, we want a clean slate of a woman without trauma, without the baggage. Y'all are supposed to imprint upon one dude. And your conscience and your soul, your morality, it is seared. It is absolutely fucking barbecued. Burnt. So now I'm going to play this next clip. So you're dating someone, you're in a relationship. I'm going to let a woman tell you what happens when your girl wants to go out and just have a night with the girls.
So all I have to say is sometimes girls' nights will ruin your relationship.
Honestly, a girls' night out is literally just never a girls' night out. It's never.
Unfortunately, as much as we say it's a girls' night out, it's gonna end up in some deep shit.
Chaos.
Don't let your girls go out.
Yeah. Girls' night out. But look, I still feel like, look, go out, do your thing with your girls. I ain't got a problem with it. In my head. Just know that if your girls' night out turns into something else, we're done. My girl don't even hang out with her girls tomorrow. I never wanted that. Listen, I want y'all to know, I've never wanted that. But my girl is smart enough to know, like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea for me to hang out with my girls that way, in that capacity. I think that if that's her friends, she should hang out with her friends. That's just me. I don't want to be the sole friend of my girl. I don't. I don't mind being the best friend of my girl. I just don't want to be the sole friend of my girl. That's a dangerous spot too. I've seen it. I've seen that playbook. It's not a pretty playbook either. You know? So Yo, that wife, man. This one right here, this one here should really give y'all.
The reason why I knew I needed to get a divorce was because I have a crystal clear memory of me having with my husband and thinking about this other guy and me knowing in that moment I have to divorce him because if I don't get out of this marriage, I'm going to cheat on him. I'm going to try to find this.
I am going to try to find this feeling. Listen, marriage, relationships, dating, it's monotonous. It's the same shit every day. It comes off as boring sometimes. Thank God for, in my situation, that I'm kind of a little bit of a loose cannon. Like I'm predictably unpredictable or unpredictably predictable. I don't know. One of those, I'm that one, okay? Where I do the same shit. I have a routine, but then I don't. I'm not routine, right? So what am I telling you? I'm saying that it's easy as men for us to get caught in routines, especially that's why I put that clip in there about just going to work in one of my latest videos. And just going to work to them is like, it's no big deal. For us, we are sacrificing our own time and life for our family, for the people we care about. And they don't even give a shit about it. And I'm not saying that for you guys to be like, well, that's the case, Sean, stay with myself, blah, blah, blah. We were not meant to be alone. Nobody was meant to be alone. Even if you don't believe in the Bible, think about it. Adam was working and had all this to himself, peaceful, and even he wasn't meant, even God did not mean for him to be alone. It's not a good thing. That's why, like, when we work too hard, we burn out. That's why you have men who are middle-aged, my age, and they're just control-alt-deleting. We don't socialize the same anymore. And I get it, gents. You're like, well, Sean, how do you socialize when every time you go out, there's just 304s out there? It's a good question. It's a damn good question. Now, I'm a sick bastard, so I'm going to tell you, go out and just have fun. I'm not saying lay down with that 304. I'm not saying buy her anything or give her any money. I'm saying start a conversation. Have fun with the conversation. Knowing that you're not going home with her, you're not getting her no money, you have nothing to lose. So if you don't know how to open your mouth and talk to people, women, dudes, whatever, have conversations, just go and do it. Knowing that you're not going home, you're not about to trick off any money, you have nothing to lose. How do you think that how I have had scrippers as friends? Because I don't care. I don't come off desperate like I'm looking at them like, oh, man, oh, how can I get with you? I look at them like, hey, what's up? I look at them like I look at anybody else. Are you going to give me good conversation or not? You can't give me good conversation. You could be a regular woman. You could be a scripper. I don't care. But I get it. A lot of you guys don't want to. A lot of you guys don't want to deal with the problems, and I get it. I totally get it.
Who likes people with a lot of baggage? Who signs up for a lot of baggage? Like, yo, you got a lot of baggage. Come over here. Yo, you got a lot of baggage. Like, no, like, who does that?
Only people that want to get punched in the nuts.
No, I help people that do their life like that, but I don't put that in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
That was a good laugh by them, man, but it's a true laugh. It's like, yo, who wants that? So when the woman earlier said, why aren't men making the first moves? Because men don't want to sign up for y'all baggage. the amount of women that have deep-seated, dark-ass, dirty, dank, stank, rank, funky, back-bloated, stank, fart, blob-infested, putrid garbage of a life, of a backstory. Men don't want to deal with that shit. And these women know they ain't shit. They know they ain't shit. They know it.
Damn. So not one man ever looked at me and said, let me put this bitch up. Let me buy this bitch a Range Rover, an Escalade, or a Porsche. She can pick any Birkin or Chanel bag she want every Tuesday. And all she have to worry about is what hairstyle she gonna wear, what she gonna wear, drink lemon drops with her friends just to go gossip. Not one man? I am not the I think I am.
You ever been about to respond to somebody, but then they answer their own question, so you just back away from it? Well, that's exactly what happened here. She answered her own question. If you're not getting that stuff, you are not the chick you think you are.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yo, shout out. Hey, I was actually shout out to my gents of the 70s, 80s, even the early 90s. Shout out to all my gents there, right? The ones who grew up on 80s cartoons and 90s cartoons. Shout out to all my gents in that realm. Let me tell you why. I was actually thinking about making a video, but I'm gonna put a video inside of a video. Like there's gonna be a segment of the video that I was thinking about you all, and I was like, man, because I told y'all I want to talk about these young cats not respecting older cats. I think within that video, that one's gonna take me some time to make. I'm serious. I'm trying to figure out how to come at this topic. I have the clips ready, but I need to come at it in a way. I need to come at it in a way that helps younger men and helps older men to be understanding, but helps. I need it to help both sides. And one of the things that I wanted to throw in those clips is I have a few clips talking about the 80s and the 90s and just how we grew up differently, so that maybe the younger people can understand, hey, we come from this culture where, man, we went outside, we played with each, we played together, man. We iron sharpens iron. And when it comes to being a young man, yes, some of us didn't have our dads around, but we had competition within each other to be men. And some of that is lacking in younger men. Your wars are different than ours. Y'all might get on a computer and war, but that's completely different than, hey, the war that we've had between each other results in me gotten, scrapes and cuts on my knee that to this day I still have from when I was a kid. So I got to figure out how to do that video, but I will. Let's end off tonight's live stream with this clip right here.
You reap what you sow, sis. If you're deliberately setting out to manipulate and deceive men for money, what do you think the outcome could be? Think about it. Now, granted, some men don't mind spending money on women when they are aware, but that's not what I'm talking about. If you are intentionally going after a man for his money, do you not realize there are consequences associated with that? I mean, it's due to a universal law, cause and effect, which is inescapable. And to any man that may have experienced this type of pain, I just want to send you some healing energy because it's not cool. So sis, I truly want to encourage you to be more mindful of how you treat the men that come into your life. You get what you put out. What goes around comes around.
So shout out to this young lady. I don't know if you guys have seen her clips around on the on social media and the internet. I'll put her face back up here again. Shout out to this young lady. She looked like she's slender, tall, right? I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She has some tattoos, though. That's kind of I'm not saying a woman that has tattoos is a complete turnoff. I'm just saying that too many tattoos, I'm kind of looking at you like I got to figure it out, right? But I think she's absolutely beautiful. If she's, 5'7" or taller, even more beautiful to me because I'm a tall man. But she puts out really good stuff. And I wanted to end off with her telling women, what do you expect the end result to be? Ziggy, stop. Ziggy, patio to 50%. So I wanted to end off the live stream with her because, again, I respect the content that she puts out. I respect what she's trying to do. The message was on point. But more so, what is the end goal of these modern women? And it was said earlier what the end result is. A lot of them don't have a plan. Sorry, rephrase that. They have a plan without a plan. Their plan is what you heard twice. They are expecting that they can gawk the right one, and then they're gonna be all their fortunes are gonna be taken care of. They're literally playing the lottery ticket with their lives. Even you women that go out and get some of these degrees that are just completely goddamn useless. Shout out to the ladies that go get their degrees. Absolutely. But if you got a degree and that degree isn't going to take care of you and set up your family in the future, help you and your husband, whatever. If you got one of them degrees, what'd you do? You just basically got on your knees and gave the gawk to the universities and to the people that benefit from your student loans, which is the government or whatever programs, whatever, right? So, ladies, if you're going to go ahead and get on your knees for somebody, why don't you get on your knees for your own man? Why don't you help your own dude? Have your own man that you can count on and rely on. But the man that you can count on and rely on is too boring to you guys, and y'all don't want that. And that's where we're at. We're in this hyper-capitalistic society. The women are hyper-capitalistic. Capitalism is fucking looting everything. Everything is $1. Everything is sold. Everything is how much money you got or don't got. Everything is clout. I urge y'all to watch a video I watched on YouTube. It's about how South Korea is basically about as bad as you can get with socialism, social media, the end boss of social media and capitalism. This video I watched the other night, and I'm going to end with this. This video I watched the other night, they go to school for long hours of the day. There's all this pressure on them to do well. And if they don't do well, if you don't do well, you get a crappy job. And if you do well, then you're going to be working just as many hours you did when you were in school. It's a lose-lose situation. And there's a bridge in Seoul, Korea, where people jump off of it all the time. They just, life ain't, all the time, just this life ain't worth being here. And we have so many people that base their happiness on likes. Do somebody like me? Do I look a certain way? How do I feel today? How do I feel today? And if I'm not happy today, then life ain't worth living. What? And all of this, to me, in my opinion, leads to very empty vessels. People are very empty inside. They're hurting. They're void. We have a bunch of women who are hurting because they ain't got dads, because they don't have no male figures in their life. But everything in society tells them to hate men. And all you can do to feel better is spend money. Now I ask you, you haven't had a male figure in your life. Everything tells you to hate men, and to feel better, it tells you to spend money. Who does that benefit? Like, literally think about it. Who does that benefit for those women to be in that cycle? And men, don't think you're not in that cycle either, because so are you. You're going to go off and you're going to just work these hours. You're going to go off and hibernate by yourself. There's a whole gaming industry for you to keep you pacified so you don't fight or resist. You don't become strong. For you all that are still trying to date and spending money on the women, which keeps them going. Right? You feel hopeless. And you just pretty much, by the time you're in your 40s or 50s, you're done. You have nothing to stand on or live for with it. You're angry, you're bitter. And they use your anger and your hate to basically create the same rules that allow the women to do what they do. And we're stuck in this repetitive ass cycle. At some point, you have to come to a point in your life where you don't need others' inputs to make you happy. You just have a life where you do the things that make you happy. Not superficial shit, but real shit, real life shit. And we've just gotten away from that. So, question of the day. What do you think it will take, other than laws, to change 304 culture? Who needs to be more vocal about this? Do women need to be more vocal about this? Or do men need to be more vocal about it? Or do you think it's somewhere in between? I want to hear from you. Don't put it in the comment. Don't put it in the thing. Put it in the comments of the video, right? I'm going to catch a few more comments from the chat and we'll get up out of here. Actually, let me see what time it is. Oh, damn, we're making good time. Okay. It's about right where I wanted to be at, gents. Let's see what you guys got to say. Dennis the Minute says, sadly, they program people to feel like failures, never good enough. That's what I saw in that South Korean video. Like, if you don't pass that test that gets you to working the engineering and the corporate jobs and all that, then you're a failure. You're deemed a failure by your own parents. Crazy. That's exactly why I'm saying, King, that women used to be real, but it's all just fake plastic mistakes. Yep. If you think about it, a woman's kitty was more valuable before the year 2000. And they did not devalue it like women do these days. I've been thinking about that one a lot, King, about things. A lot of has changed. I won't even say the year 2000. I would say right about 2010 is when I started noticing, like, oh man, things are really, really starting to go differently. And then the pandemic happened, and I would tell you nothing's been the same since the pandemic. I mean, like, I don't know what happened, but the pandemic messed up pandemic messed up something. We're living in an alternate reality or something. Singer says, I know. Shout out to you, Singer. Thank you. Hope you check out the members only video I put out recently. One of y'all watched it. I saw one person watch it. I know a woman with a college degree who drives a school bus. Why? Why do all that time in school? Why put that much time into something and it's not going to be something that you want to do? I don't have a problem with women having careers, but like, why get the piece of paper that's not going to yield you any fruit? That don't make no sense. Why go in debt for something that's not going to pay off? Looking for a quick payday, they'll only lead you to your own life misery. Yep. Adam says, modern women's plan is having different streams of income from desperate men, poor choices. You know, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about desperate men. Again, these videos haven't been doing as well as they have in the past, but I still think that it's worth broaching because we need to talk about these things. Thank you. Our boss says, to every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Them YNs are unpredictable. We are a little more forgiving. Yes. And we need to talk about that. We need to talk about that. Cracker Jacks is no longer worth the price. I just bought 2 boxes of cereal last night. Frosted Flakes and Rice Krispies. All because I can have something that's a light snack before I go to bed. Because if not, I eat way too much. And it's the reason why I can't drop below. That's why I can't get out of the 270s, 280s, man. I can't get out of there. So I bought cereal to try to help with that. Her mouth is smarter than her brain. Red pill was a men's revolution. No wonder women hated it. And Dennis, the other part about the red pill movement was now it's, if you like, I don't call this a red pill channel. I call this is what you used to hear back in the day where, you know, you, especially down in New Orleans, we had the stoops, right? You walk past. And I don't know if you all have ever seen New Orleans architecture, but we have the little stoops. Let's see if I can find something. Everything, when you say New Orleans architecture, the only thing they show you is the goddamn French quarters. Oh, perfect. I got a video. I got one. Actually, you know what? This is more. Boom. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. You see how the house is made, whatever, right? You got the little, if you can see my little cursor, there's a stoop right there. And you got a bunch of houses like this down in New Orleans, and people be sitting on their stoop. And then you walk past, right? And somebody be like, yo, young blood, come here real quick. Let me holler at you. And then they just talk to you, man. And of course, there's kids that's like, oh, man, I don't want to hear from this. But I listen first and like, what are you trying to tell me? And then I'm like, okay, what can I learn? Even if it's something I don't know, what can I learn from this? And sometimes you realize that some of the lessons that you got told on that stoop, you wouldn't be able to apply it or understand what you heard for years to come. And we have a bunch of people right now who aren't trying to hear any lessons. They aren't, you know, oh, you red pill. That's why I don't like the label, man. This was called dropping knowledge. This is what we did back in the day. And it's up to us to continue to keep that legacy strong, which is why I want to make that video about the young dudes and the older dudes and the disconnect that we have between us. Because we need to get our shit together. We didn't have cell phones, cable TVs, and computers in the 70s and 80s. We had not choice but to rely on communicating face to face. And I'm going to tell you, man, that's a lost art, bro. It's a lost art. She's definitely not worth the dumpster, slaughter, and agony's hierarchy city mystery. I'll go to the toy section of Walmart and buy her a Range Rover. All right, I already read up that far. Let's see what else we got. Now failed. Oh, I read these revolutions should bring a female bad culture adjustment. Mothers have not now failed the girls as much as the boys. Absolutely. Which is why you're going to keep seeing videos on this channel about it, because I am trying to press that point home. The men aren't in the house. So we got to press the women on, hey, this is a stupid ass choice. And both boys and girls need male role models. That's why shit is all messed up. That walking jack wagon, Donald Trump started this, and now we're even further into the many people are looking for a handout instead of putting in the work. Adam, absolutely, I agree with that. Maybe not desperate men, but thirsty men. Let's do that. I like that word better. Thirsty might register better on YouTube. I like that, Southpaw. Thank you very much. I saw it. That one person was me. During the pandemic, those masks we were wearing had all women thinking they were effing cute. There is more profit in people's misery. Happy people tend to spend less money. That's crazy though, right? See, that's the game. Keep us all miserable and needing more shit to think we need to feel happy. See, when I'm depressed now or down, look, I told y'all I suffer from depression. I haven't been depressed in a while, but it happens and I know I suffer from it. When I'm feeling depressed, I don't go spend money. I'm like, I can pinpoint and tell you usually when I'm depressed. It's when I don't go to the gym. If I don't spend time in the gym, I know I'm going to feel down at some point. If I don't work out for a number of days in a row, I know I'm going to feel down. I'm just going to swing my emotions are going to swing a little bit. I know that. It's one of the things that I've learned about me. I have to work out to keep my endorphin levels high. I don't play video games anymore. I don't need these false endorphins. You know, when I put out a video and it's doing well, I get endorphins from that. When I'm making a video and I'm proud of it, I get endorphins from the work of my hands. We have to get endorphins from the things, from sources that are natural endorphin sources. Y'all ain't ready for that talk. That's exactly why I'm saying, King, that women used to be real, but I read that. All right, cool. All right, let me make sure I catch the last few comments. At least the OGs can teach us something. But them older ladies are derailing the younger ones these days. Yep, that's what I intend to talk about in that video when I decide to make it. I don't think I'll make it this week. Again, it's going to take time. So maybe next week. It's coming, though. It is coming. That's why men and women are different. Absolutely. If anything, these women are teaching their daughters to lower their self-esteem. Absolutely. All right, gents, let's get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. My intent is to put out a video tomorrow. Now, I would put out a video on Friday, but I have some other work of another project that I'm working on. So I might put out a video tomorrow, and that one will go through the weekend. Okay? I have something else I'm working on. King, you might already know about it. But I have another video that I have to work on. I have another project that I have to get straightened. Okay? It's my other work that I do. And it's very important to me. So my goal is to put out a video either tomorrow or Friday. And it's most likely going to be on the men's side, right? Older men. The problem that women have with that. Trust me, I have the clips ready for it. It's going to be interesting, okay? So until next time, gents, live your best life.